Hi everyone, I'm Casey Jenkins and we're back with another video where we talk to one of our Hertz farmland professionals while they're out on the farm and learning new things. Today I'm talking with Farm Manager Ryan Kay out of our Mount Vernon, Iowa office. Ryan, thanks for talking with me today.
Yes, thanks, Casey. It's a beautiful day here in June in Iowa.
Yeah, great. Why don't you start off by telling me where you're at and what are some of the things you've been doing today?
So we're in Grundy County today. We had a NRCS meeting with about 8 other farm managers from 3 different offices, mainly covering cover crops and other conservation practices that we can help introduce to our farms that we manage. Right now, we're currently on a managed farm that has some tree planting and a pond on it, and just looking at some of the natural habitat here with wildlife and helping water quality and soil erosion.
So Ryan, when you're talking to owners, what kind of conservation practices do they like to implement on their farms?
Well, we get a lot of different feedback from our owners, and which is great because sometimes we can educate them on new practices, and sometimes they help nudge us into practices as well. But we try to figure out what is the best conservation practice we can do for them on their farm that's practical, and we review all the positives and negatives and see which one that they would like to proceed with on their farm. Most of these conservation practices have some cost with them, but we can also get some cost share funds either through the USDA or through other state initiatives for water quality. And that way we try to lower the cost to help improve their farm for short-term and long-term.
Great. And what are some of the conservation practices that you're using on your farms?
Yeah, we're using a multiple approach to find what tool fits the issue that we're having. So it really depends on the client's goals, and taking those practices and implementing them on their farm to teach them, to help educate them on what tools would be the best option for their farm. Cover crops have been pretty popular right now that we're doing, especially on seed corn fields where we harvest earlier, or we do some type of a silage harvest that is done in August and September. Cover crops are a great fit to add organic matter and to help add more microbial activity to the soils. We've also done some practices with CRP to help do riparian buffers, waterways, filter strips, prairie strips, any type of permanent seeding that will help filter the soil, help hold the soil there, and give some diversity to the farms for wildlife as well. The key thing for us to understand is that you definitely don't want to just try to fit one practice for the farm. You want to educate yourself and figure out what the positive and the negatives are of each practice, because it does cost money to implement several of these practices. And we want to make sure we review those with our clients so they totally understand the positives and the negatives that go along with this.
That's fantastic. Ryan, thanks so much for talking with me today.
Yep, great to talk to you too, Casey. Thank you.
And if any of you have any questions on today's video, you can either drop a comment on the video or you can email me directly at caseyj@hertz.ag, and I'll get you in touch with a professional in your area.